Okay, so kind of showed you the blow by going on. This guy, you know, not a big deal. Not covering the positive, so you pull it up, you wonder why somebody would leave it like that. Well, that's why. Get their repair on the positive terminal. Um, Not a good job. Not a good job at all. So if you want to cover the positive terminal up, then you've got their globbed up solder on the positive terminal. Um, you know, talking to these guys about this alternator, they said, well, yeah, you're right, it did have a problem with the battery light coming on. And so we had our mechanic look at it, and he said he fixed it. And I think what he did was he just figured it was this loose connector here, which it's not. It's actually loose down inside the alternator. But how did he fix the problem? He just bent the wire to hold some pressure on it, and then this hose was kind of laying on it like that to hold it down inside there, so that I guess the connection would be made, and battery light went off, and so we can call it good. And of course you can see it was in here. There's grease all over this thing and whatnot, and a cheap little made in Chinese alternator. And you know, I mean, you just look at the truck and you can tell that it's not in the same condition it was in when they took the video and pictures trying to sell it online. I mean, it's not even close. It looks like the hood was left up outside, or maybe someone had been out cruising around in it. You know, the idler tensioner pulley here, when it's running, is just bouncing like crazy. You know, I'm sure that it's still within its tolerance level as far as adjustment goes, but it's bouncing. Makes me wonder if that thing is kind of wearing out a little bit. It being an adjustment, all that tells you is that the belt is the proper length, right? The belt hasn't stretched out, so it hasn't come out of its tolerance lines. But the spring inside here itself, I'm kind of questioning a little bit, because it is bouncing very, very easy, and I can actually pull this just a little bit by hand. So you know, that thing there is going to have to be replaced. Another thing they neglected to state.